Blessed day, dear students. Today we will start our revision Unit 4 Applications of Biotechnology. In this chapter, you are going to learn about applications in medicine, gene therapy, stem cell therapy, molecular diagnosis. This is for biology group, and along with that, transgenic animals, biological products and their uses are added for pure science. So in this unit 4, this is the only chapter. So questions will be asked in this, right? So in applications of medicine, you have two applications. One is recombinant human insulin. Another one is the human alpha-lactalbumin. And then next is the interferon and recombinant vaccines. So you have to know about a recombinant human insulin, how this insulin is produced. Insulin is synthesized by the beta cells of islets of Langerhans in pancreas, and it is made up of 51 amino acids. So early years, this insulin was isolated and purified from the pancreas of pigs and cows and is used to treat the diabetic patient. Due to minor difference in the structure of the animal insulin as compared to human insulin, it has resulted in the occurrence of allergic reactions in some diabetic patients. So production of human insulin with help of recombinant DNA technology has been started in the late 1970s, right? So you have to know about that. And then second one is the human alpha-lactalbumin. This is for pure science. Alpha-lactalbumin is a protein which is composed of 123 amino acids and 4 disulfide bridges with a molecular weight of 14,178 Dalton. And this human alpha-lactalbumin helps to produce milk from the transgenic healthy cows. Right? Human alpha-lactalbumin was about 0.1 to 0.9 mg per ml. And then in 1997, the first transgenic cow is the Rosie, which is produced by the human protein enriched milk, which contain the human alpha-lactalbumin. And next is interferon. Interferons are the proteinous antiviral species-specific substance produced by the mammalian cells when infected with viruses. These interferons were discovered by Alec Isaac and Jean Leitman in the year 1957. So based on the structure of interferons, they are classified into alpha, beta and gamma interferons. What are interferons and how it is formed and what are the uses of it? So it can be formed with the help of the yeast Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is suitable for production of these recombinant interferons. So interferons are used for the treatment of various diseases like cancer, AIDS, multiple sclerosis, hepatitis C and herpes zoster. And next one is the recombinant vaccines. Recombinant DNA technology has been used to produce new generation vaccine. So this new generation vaccine is divided into different types: subunit recombinant vaccine, attenuated recombinant vaccine and DNA vaccine. And you have to go through that. So it's an important question. So next one is the gene therapy. What is meant by gene therapy and what are the strategies involved in gene therapy and the difference between somatic cell and the germline gene therapy? So this may be asked in 5 mark question or 2 marks and 3 marks. What is meant by gene therapy? Gene therapy means replacement of a defective gene by a normal gene, right? This gene therapy has a main thrust in detecting or correcting the single gene mutations such as cystic fibrosis and hemophilia. There are 2 strategies involved in gene therapy, that is gene augmentation therapy, which involves insertion of DNA into a genome, and gene inhibition therapy, which involves insertion of antisense gene which inhibits the expression of a dominant gene. There are 2 approaches to achieve this gene therapy. One is the somatic cell, another one is the germline gene therapy. Differentiation between somatic cell and germline gene therapy is very important question for 3 marks. And next we move on to the stem cell therapy. Stem cells. Stem cells are undifferentiated cells found in most of the multicellular organisms or animals. These cells maintain their undifferentiated state even after undergoing numerous mitotic division. Stem cell research has the potential to revolutionize the future of medicine with the ability to regenerate damaged and diseased organs. Stem cells are capable of renewal and exhibit cellular potency. Stem cells can differentiate into all types of cells that can be derived from any of the three germ layers: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. So there are two main types of stem cells. One is embryonic stem cell, another one is the adult or somatic stem cells. These embryonic stem cells are pluripotent and can produce three germ layers: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. When stimulated, these embryonic stem cells can develop into more than 200 cell types of the adult body. These cells are immortal. And then adult stem cells are found in various tissues of children as well as adults. An adult stem cell or somatic stem cell can divide and create another cell similar to it. The most important potential application of human stem cell is the generation of cells and tissues that could be used for cell-based therapies. Human stem cells could be used to test new drugs. So what are stem cell banks? That means storing of these stem cells is called as stem cell banks, and we can get these stem cells from the cord blood and also from placenta, amniotic sac, and amniotic fluid. Next is the molecular diagnostics. Early diagnosis of infection is essential for the appropriate treatment. So early detection of the disease is not possible using the conventional diagnostic methods like microscopic examination, serum analysis, etc. These laboratory techniques are indirect and not always specific. Scientists are continuously searching for specific, sensitive, and simple diagnostic techniques for diagnosis of disease. Recombinant DNA technology, PCR, that means polymerase chain reaction, and enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, ELISA. These are some of the techniques that are reliable and help in early diagnosis. Right, and this you have to study about ELISA and what are the types of ELISA, who discovered ELISA, and how ELISA is prepared and how it is useful for diagnosis. And then PCR is a very important question. 2 marks, 3 marks, and 5 marks can be asked in this PCR. So PCR means polymerase chain reaction. It is an in vitro amplification technique used for synthesizing multiple identical copies of DNA. And this technique was developed by Kary-Mullis in the year 1983. So there are 3 steps involved in this PCR: denaturation, renaturation, and synthesis. I repeat, denaturation, renaturation, and synthesis. These are the 3 steps involved in PCR, and you have to explain how these 3 steps can be done. So what are the uses of PCR? This PCR can be used for amplification of RNA. Right, and you have to read the clinical diagnosis of PCR. So it's a very important question. And then applications of PCR. Okay, so that's all about this lesson for biology group. And pure science group includes another 2 topics, that is transgenic animal and biological products and their uses. So you have to read what is meant by transgenesis. Transgenesis means transfer of gene from one organism to another. That means genetically modified organisms are called as transgenic organisms. So there are various steps involved in this production of transgenic organisms. So you have to read that steps involved and the uses of transgenesis. Transgenesis, it's a very important 5-mark question. So what are the uses of transgenesis? Transgenesis is a powerful tool to study gene expression and developmental process. Transgenic mice are used for testing safety of vaccines. So much points are there. You have to go through that. And then the biological products and their uses. So with the help of this DNA technology, so what are the various biological products produced and their uses? So it is a very important thing. So go through that. Important thing in this biological product is the monoclonal antibodies, which is used to treat cancer, heart disease, and transplantation rejection are produced by this technology. And then natural proteins, adhesives, non-toxic, biodegradable, and rarely trigger an immune response, hence could be used to reattach tendons and tissues, fill cavities in the teeth, and repair broken bones. So these are some of the uses of this microbes or biological products. Right, that's all about this lesson. It's a very short lesson. Read everything. Microbes in human welfare, that means in unit 3. Right, so in this lesson we are going to discuss about the microbes in industrial products and microbes in sewage treatment and energy generation, and bioremediation. So in this chapter, we have only 3 side headings. So in that, more questions will come for 1 marks, 2 marks. Please go through everything, right? So microbes, what is meant by microbe? Microbes means microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae, virus, viroids, prions. These are some of the biological components of the earth, right? So microbes in industrial products. Microbes are used to synthesize number of products valuable to human beings. So products like beverages, antibiotics, organic acids, amino acids, vitamins, biofuels, single cell protein are all produced by these microbes. So first we will see the antibiotic production. What is meant by antibiotics? It's a very important 2-mark question. Antibiotics are chemical substances produced by microorganisms which can kill or retard the growth of other disease-causing microbes even in low concentration. So this is a 2-mark question. What are antibiotics? Antibiotic means against life. Antibiotics are used to treat diseases such as plague, meningitis, diphtheria, leprosy, syphilis, tuberculosis, etc. Selman Waxman discovered streptomycin and was the first to use the term antibiotic. It may be asked in 1 mark. So, who discovered penicillin? Okay, Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin while he is working on Staphylococci bacteria. Okay, Alexander Fleming produced this penicillin from the fungus Penicillium notatum and Penicillium chrysogenum. So penicillin is referred to as the queen of drugs. So it has a full potential as an effective antibiotic and was established much later by Ernest Chain and Howard Florey. Fleming, Chain and Florey was awarded Nobel Prize in the year 1945. And what are the 2 types of antibiotics? There are 2 types of antibiotics, broad spectrum and narrow spectrum antibiotics. It is given in a box. Okay, so broad spectrum antibiotics means it can act against a wide range of disease causing bacteria, whereas narrow spectrum antibiotics are active against a selected group of bacterial types. And the example for this broad spectrum and narrow spectrum antibiotics such as tetracycline, chlorotetracycline, streptomycin, etc. Some of the important microbial antibiotics are erythromycin, chloromycetin, griseofulvin, neomycin, kanamycin and bezitrazen. And then antibiotic resistance, how this antibiotic can resist when the body is attacked by bacteria. Okay, and then another one term, superbug. What is meant by superbug? Superbug means it's the strains of bacteria that are resistant to majority of antibiotic. Okay, superbugs means genetically modified bacteria. It was first discovered by Anand Chakravarti. And then fermented beverages. So what is zymology? Zymology means applied science which deals with the biochemical process of fermentation and its practical uses. So for fermentation, so brewer's yeast, that means Saccharomyces cerevisiae, is commonly used. Brandy and rum are produced by fermentation and distillation. And what is meant by enology? It is a science and study of wine and wine making. So there are 2 types of wine. One is the red wine, another one is the white wine. Red wine and white wine. So how it is produced, you have to read. So you have to go through all the microorganisms which is responsible for production of beer, whiskey, padani, toddy, etc. And then one important question is that how we can produce industrial alcohol, that means ethanol. How ethanol is produced by Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So it's a very important question. Go through that. And then what are the chemicals, enzymes and bioactive molecules? So microbes are not only used for commercial and industrial production of alcohol, but also used for the production of chemicals like organic acids. Examples such as Aspergillus niger for citric acid, Acetobacter aceti for acetic acid, Rhizopus oresia for fumaric acid, Clostridium butyricium for butyric acid, and Lactobacillus for lactic acid. It may be asked in 1 mark. And then what are the various types of enzymes which is produced with this bioactive molecules? Lipases are used as in detergent formulation and is used for removing oil stains from laundry. And then bottle juices are clarified by the use of pectinase, protease, and cellulase. Rennet is an enzyme which is used to separate milk into solid curds for cheese making. Another one is the streptokinase produced by the bacterium Streptococcus, and genetically engineered streptococci are used as clot buster. It's a very important question. Clot buster. From which microorganism clot buster is produced? That means streptococci. So clot buster is used for removing blood clots from the blood vessels of the patients who have undergone myocardial infarction, that means heart attack. And then, which is called as immunosuppressant drug. Cyclosporin A is an immunosuppressant drug. What is immunosuppressant drug? The drug which suppresses the immune system is called as immunosuppressant, which is used in organ transplantation, right? And it is also used for its anti-inflammatory, antifungal, and anti-parasitic properties. And then statins are produced by yeast Monaskis purpuris, which has been used to lower the blood cholesterol level. It acts as a competitively inhibiting the enzyme responsible for synthesis of cholesterol. Recombinant human insulin has been produced using E. coli and Saccharomyces cerevisiae for therapeutic use in man. So it's a very important 2 mark and 1 mark questions. So in this lesson, so many 1 marks and 2 marks will be asked. So go through everything, which is also useful for you for your NEET examination. Next one, microbes in sewage treatment and energy generation. What is meant by sewage? Sewage is nothing but the waste generated every day in our cities, right? So how we will treat this wastewater? Wastewater can be treated by 3 methods: primary treatment, secondary treatment, and tertiary treatment. So this you have studied in your 10th standard itself. So in this, what is BOD? Biochemical oxygen demand or biological oxygen demand. So this BOD refers to the amount of oxygen that would be consumed if the organic matter is 1 liter of water were oxidized by bacteria. And then in tertiary treatment, along with the adding microorganisms or chemicals, the ultraviolet rays are used as a chemical free process that can completely replace the existing chlorination system, and it also inactivates the chlorine resistant microorganisms like cryptosporidium and Giardia. And then what is MFC, microbial fuel cell? MFC is a very important question. You have to draw the diagram. Diagram is very important. Practice drawing the diagrams, right? Microbial fuel cell. So it's a small paragraph only. It may be asked in 5 marks or 3 marks. It's a very important question. You have to mark the parts also. Practice drawing the diagram. Next one is the bioremediation. What is meant by bioremediation? The use of naturally occurring or genetically engineered microorganisms to reduce or degrade pollutant is called as bioremediation. Bioremediation is less expensive and more sustainable than other remediation method. It is grouped into in situ and ex situ bioremediation. So in this topic, microorganisms involved in bioremediation, aerobic microbes and anaerobic microbes are there. So aerobic microbes is a very important 5 mark question. Explain the microorganisms involved in the bioremediation. So for this, in aerobic microbes, there are 3 microorganisms are there. Pseudomonas putida, that is called as superbug. Okay, second one is the Nitrosomonas eurapia. Nitrosomonas eurapia is used to degrade benzene. And the last one is the Hedionella sacchansi. It is currently tried for recycling the PET plastic. It's a very important thing. So in this aerobic microbes, 3 microorganisms are there. Write it in points. Then only you can get good marks. And go through the anaerobic microbes also. There are so many anaerobic microbes which is helpful for bioremediation. Right? So that's all about this lesson. Read each and every line completely and thoroughly. Thank you.